Hey kindergarten, so today we are going to be comparing some numbers up to 10, figuring out which numbers are bigger than others. So we are going to start down here with number 1, and we have to figure out which number is bigger, whether it's 7 or whether it's 8. So as you can see, I have a number line down here. It goes from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have to figure out which is the bigger number, 7 or 8. So if I look at the number line, I can see that 7 comes before 8, which means that 8 is the bigger number. 7 is closer to 1, so therefore it is the smaller number. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle around my number 8, because that is bigger than the 7. Okay, moving on to number 2. So here we're given two numbers, 6 and 4, and we are going to use our 10 frame to figure out which number is bigger than the other. So for 6, I'm going to draw 6 counters in our 10 frame. 3, 4, 5, 6. And for 4, in this 10 frame, I'm going to draw 4 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can see from the 10 frames that the top one has more counters than the bottom one. Therefore, I know that 6 is more than 4 because I have more counters right here. So I'm going to go ahead and circle the number 6. That is our bigger number. All right, moving on to number 3. So we have to draw pictures to find out which number is bigger than the other. So I'm just going to draw little dots. So we've got 6 here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have 9 here. So I'm going to use dots again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So where do I have more dots? Do I have more dots here or do I have more dots here? Do I have more dots here? So therefore that must mean that 9 is the greater number. So I'm going to circle number 9 right there. 9 is greater than 6 because there's more dots. Okay, number 4, we're using our 10 frame again. And we have 8 and 8. So for the first one, I'm going to go ahead and draw 8 counters in our 10 frame. 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to do the same again on the bottom because we have 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what we have to do here is draw a circle around both numbers if they are equal. So as you can see, we have 2 8s. And our 10 frames are exactly the same. They look exactly the same. Therefore, both numbers are equal. And I'm going to draw a circle around both of them. We have 8 on the top and 8 on the bottom. Okay, for number 5, we have to mark an X on the number that is less than the other. So again, we have our number line with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have to figure out which of these numbers is less. Is 9 less or is 10 less? Well, on our number line, 9 comes before 10. So therefore, 9 is less than 10. And I'm going to go ahead and put an X through my number 9. Okay, over here, we're back to drawing pictures again. This time I'm going to draw triangles. So on the top, I have to draw 9 triangles. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on the bottom, I have to draw 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can see from the pictures, I have more triangles in this top half than the bottom half. Therefore, I am going to put an X on the number 8 because I have less triangles, so I know that 8 is less than 9. Okay, turning over. Okay, so again here we have pictures. So this time I am going to use squares. So I'm going to draw 6 squares up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down here I'm going to draw 8 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I need to figure out now is which number is less than the other. So is 6 less or is 8 less? Well, as you can see, I have less squares up here. So 6 is less than 8. So I'm going to go ahead and put an X over my number 6. It is the lesser number. Okay, moving across, we have another number sequence. And what I have to do is figure out which number is less than the other. So is 9 less or is 7 less? Well, if we look at our number sequence, we already know that the numbers closest to 1 are going to be the smaller numbers. So here's 7 and here's 9. 7 is closer to 1, and therefore 7 is less than 9. So I'm going to go ahead and put an X through my number 7. Okay, number 9. So what we have to do here is write down the numbers that are next after the number 8. So if I have the number 8, I'm going to show this using some counters. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so if I have 8 counters there, all I'm going to do is add 1 more counter. If I add that 1 counter, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I know now that 9 is the number that comes after 8. And I'm going to go ahead and write my 9 right there. Okay, so now we have to figure out the next number. So all I'm going to do is add 1 more counter. We're just adding 1 to it. And now how many do we have? If you said 10, you're correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 counters. So I know that 10 is the next number in the sequence. Okay. So what we have to do now is write a number in the middle of these 2 numbers that is more than 5, but less than 9. Okay, so again, I'm going to use these counters. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 5 counters there. If I add one more counter, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is 6 between 5 and 9? Well, I'd have to actually add 1, 2, 3 more counters to make 9. And if I put them all in one line, this counter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this counter would be the 5th one. And this counter here would be the 9th one. So by counting along, I could use, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this gap here, I could use the counter number 6, the counter number 7, or the counter number 8. So I'm going to go ahead and write a 7 in here, because 7 is in between 5 and 9. Okay, kindergarten, great job today, and I will see you next time.